Hey, you guys. So I'm talking to my authors today. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Nikki Woods, and my company is Nikki Woods Media, and we focus on helping experts, entrepreneurs, speakers, authors, and thought leaders get the visibility they need to create the business or the brand that they love to generate the revenue that they want. And one of the most special ways that we do that is through getting more media, getting more traditional media. But since I do have a lot of authors, some of the other things that we do is we look to get them reviewed by certain magazines, certain publications, certain outlets, media outlets. And so I wanted to talk about how you, if you have a book, can get your book into O Magazine. I know that that is like the goal for a lot of people. So I want to start there, right? And actually, these are good tips that will work just to get your, develop a relationship with an editor and get your book reviewed by some phenomenal people. So first of all, I know that most editors, producers, people, if they have a relationship with you, they will always make the extra effort to consider your book, your pitch, your interview. So you definitely want to start building those relationships. So I'm going to talk a lot about that. Two of the first things that you can start doing is one, having a great book cover. So have a great book cover, making sure you have strong endorsements by people that are considered influencers, celebrities, anybody with wide public presence. That always looks great. But like I said, the best way is to develop that relationship with an editor. So here are some of the things that I recommend. First, write a strong email. A strong pitch for your book that is going to capture the attention of the editor. That is key. And this is the same when you're writing like a media pitch. I mean, you really have got to capture their attention. Second, do your research about what magazine you're pitching. Know the types of books they cover and if yours would be a good fit. You'd also want to, figure out, if the audience, who the audience is, do some research around there, because even as a producer, I mean, all the time I would get pitches that are just not a fit for my audience, or were not a fit for my audience. And I'm sure book editors are the same way. The third thing, do your research about the editor that you're actually pitching to. So for example, if you've read an article that the editor has written, mention that. If you know something, if you've been following them on Twitter and you know something personal about them, mention that, so that they know that you've done your due diligence and that you're aware of who they are. And people appreciate that. They don't want to just be seen as another number that's being pitched because you have a goal. Try to send the book in creative packaging because, we get those standard boxes all the time. So sometimes, I've had clients send cookies. I've had books sending confetti. If there's something different about your book, do something so that the layout is special and it does not blend in. That's what you don't want. And then you want to work on your media. You want to have great press. You want to have powerful endorsements. You want to start, getting some buzz out there. You want people to talk about it. And so that's extremely, extremely, extremely important. And you might want to have other authors. So what are the other authors saying about your book? Who else is in your inner circle raving about you? Are they spreading the word? And then the final tip that I think is that you really just want to show that you have a powerful, powerful presence on social media. So it's a great way to get your voice heard and noticed. Make sure that you're interacting with not only colleagues, but, make sure that you're interacting on, engaging with your followers, showing your personality. Because sometimes that will catch an editor's eye and you all will be able to build a relationship kind of organically. And so then when you do have a book that comes out and you want to reach out, you can do so. And it's not what we call a cold pitch. You already have whatever relationship. It's kind of warmed up. And then you probably get a lot better results. So just to recap, because we love recaps, first of all, make sure you have a great book cover, strong endorsements. That's up front. To develop the relationship, you want to make sure that you write a strong email, do your research about what magazine you're pitching. You want to make sure that you do your research about the editor you're pitching to. You want to send the book in creative packaging. Make sure that it stands out and it is not blending in. You want to have great press and powerful endorsements. And then you want to be active on social media because trust me, they will Google you. So they'll know what you're doing. Some other things that I would just say, once your book is reviewed, make sure that you follow up and, show your appreciation. You might also want to send, maybe a nice card. I'll share the link that I share with my clients on how to send really personalized, great cards just to say thank you. And then continue to nurture that relationship. I mean, whether this is your first book or it's your 10th, if you plan on continuing to write, you want to nurture those relationships so the next go around, you have another opportunity to get that book reviewed. So hope those were helpful. I would love to know who my authors are. So if you've actually written a book, I would love you to drop your name and I'll see your name. Drop the name of your book so that I know that you are out there and I can add something to my reading list. I love to read. I love authors. I'm an author. So I have a certain, appreciation. And I hope these tips have been helpful. All right. So I will talk to you guys later.